In case you missed it, reports surfaced quoting Durk's father, stating that Durk was finally being released on bond, his third attempt. This time, his legal team presented an offer so compelling that the judge couldn't turn it down.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to get a ruling in the next 2 days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers. Thank you, and inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
This sparked tweets like, Durk's lawyers just submitted the sneakiest bond proposal I've ever seen. We're about to see him out before GTA 6. But while things were looking up for Durk, something serious just shifted the energy. Body cam footage surfaced showing Ted FD's brother and allegedly one of Durk's top enforcers pleading with police, seemingly ready to flip on Durk and F members. This development raised alarms. Shortly after, Durk's legal team filed for an extension on their bond proposal, leaving everyone asking, what exactly did Ted tell the feds? Ted had been arrested at a convenience store with a firearm tucked in his pocket, and now his cooperation could change everything.
What about that? The man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
After being taken to the police station, Ted broke down in tears, crying as he pleaded with officers, saying, I swear I'll tell you all about the murders. Hoping that cooperating would keep him out of jail, he made a desperate attempt to cut a deal, but it was already too late.
Hey, stop it.
With FD being Ted's older brother, court documents revealing someone with D's last name cooperating initially led many to believe it was D himself.
I'm trying to get that.
But now it's confirmed it was actually Lil Ted. Rumors also started swirling that Vanny might be snitching too. However, Durk's close friend Bazoo jumped on Instagram Live to shut it down and react directly to the allegations.
No more know what's going on, but the people that's in the courtroom, man, for real. There'll be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what's going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, first y'all into the jam bombers out there. Now y'all come on money up there, man. Snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. Some of my kids, y'all really just be running. That's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because you y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
But things got even crazier after academics commented on the rumors of Vanny allegedly snitching on Durk.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out that his co-defendant OT and Bonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came. Okay. That sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of the house, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
But did you know this actually played in Durk's favor when it came to securing his bond release? According to renowned lawyer Mo, it helped his case.
In the Lil Durk case, his lawyer Drew Finling not giving up on the application for a bond. Now, they were denied last week by a magistrate judge. In federal court, you have a magistrate judge and a district judge. The district judge is on top of the magistrate judge. So if the magistrate judge denies you, you can ask the district judge to take a look at it. That's what his lawyers are doing here. I think this is a good decision because, quite frankly, in front of the magistrate judge who denied Lil Durk, Drew Finling could have pulled a rabbit out of a hat, and that magistrate judge would have remanded the rabbit. You have to consider the fact, and I hope the district judge will, that this case, as pled several months ago, has been significantly watered down in terms of how it's being pled against Durk, where you used to have an allegation that we, the government, are going to prove to you exactly who he paid the bounty to. Now the government's saying, oh, we're not going to be able to do that.
Mo explained that during the appeal, the judge initially denied Durk's bond outright due to the serious nature of his charges. However, Durk was granted another shot at freedom after a judge approved a court hearing to review his third bail proposal, now raised to $2.7 million. This time, the case returns to the main judge, and what unfolded in his last hearing might be the key to finally getting him released.
Update on Lil Durk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered. They're saying this. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. Is that the prosecution's case has taken two major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, no, crying in the street. The prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation.
What could ultimately lead to his release is the fact that prosecutors have started to dismantle their own case, with key pieces of evidence against Durk being challenged or falling apart.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As he pointed out, the prosecutor's case is falling apart. They can't use Durk's lyrics anymore, and his lawyer has even called the charges a complete joke.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, the second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Because of all this, Durk's lawyer Drew has made it clear they're ready to fight the case to the end. When asked if Durk might consider a plea deal, Drew responded firmly, "No, we're going all the way."
You know, the likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this. Seems like it's a do or die. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it? Just entertain it? Because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case. He did not participate in a conspiracy. So there is no alternative. A life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to 12 people.
But they're going all the way for one key reason. Durk's lawyers are holding a First Amendment defense as their ace up the sleeve.
There's a First Amendment argument, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you can go back and there's country records, and there are pop records, and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that free speech, the First Amendment, has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is.
Things are looking promising for Durk, with legal experts online predicting he could be released from jail just like Young Thug.